Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, let's talk about Bomb Squad, Deontay, Bronze Bomb Wilder. Damn, it's been almost a year to the day. Seems like it's been forever since Fury embarrassed Wilder in that ring back on February 22nd, 2020. Fans still talking about the fight. It never has a one-sided ass whooping been talked so damn much in the due course of this time since the fight happened. The excuses, the conspiracy theories, the controversy, Glovegate. I mean, bro, just take the L and move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Enough excuses. He got whooped. We all saw it was incoming with the way he fights. You know, any solid heavyweight could expose that. It's been exposed before. Fury was able to execute and deliver a great victory in one of the shellackings in a heavyweight title prize fight that you'll ever see. It's been almost a year. Wilder has yet have a fight scheduled for 2021. He's come to realization that the Fury trilogy may never happen after the accusations of cheating, the bullshit photos of the gloves. I've hardly talked about that situation. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Just denial of what happened in that ring last February 22nd. Wilder was unable to deliver that big victory for the PBC. Cherry picked Tyson Fury when he was 3 years out of the ring. Only had a couple of warm-up fights, and he still couldn't beat him. And it got worse for him as Fury got sharper and more active. So now Wilder is negotiating with other opponents, realizing that this fight with Fury is not going to happen, may never happen. There's still no result on the mediation, but all signs points to it doesn't even matter what they rule. Fury has his sights set on a Joshua mega fight for later this year. I mean, they could strip him of the WBC title. It doesn't matter. He's still going to take that Joshua fight. But I don't sense the WBC doing that or the mediation result being ruled in that type of favor for Wilder, where he gets a shot at a vacant title if the mediation goes his way and they strip him of the title. We'll see. Most likely that doesn't happen. But for Wilder, in the meantime, he can get back in the ring, you know, try to distance himself from that terrible night in last February. Try to get back into the winning column and get something to talk about besides the ass whooping he received last February. So it was disappointing to hear that Wilder was in negotiations with Charles Martin. And it's a good fight, actually. I mean, I like the fight. It'll be one of Wilder's better wins overall. Ortiz is still his best win, but you know, Charles Martin is an underrated heavyweight. I know he didn't show up in the Joshua fight, but that's not the best of Charles Martin. The best of Charles Martin is what you saw against Adam Kanowski. A pretty damn good fighter, solid heavyweight that could trouble Wilder if they were in the ring for, you know, if the fight is made. It's a solid fight for Wilder. Nice, good comeback opponent against a top 10, 15-ish type heavyweight who's been a world champion, former champion, who's challenged for titles, who's been in there with top contenders in the division. And but he's still performing, man. He's still winning since that Joshua fight. He had the setback against Kanowski in a very good fight. But it's a good fight for Wilder to see where he's at against a solid heavyweight, southpaw. So it's disappointing that the reports that he wanted in eight figures, in a figure of almost eight figures or around that range for a fight with Charles Martin. The issue is that fight is not pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view fight. It doesn't do anything on pay-per-view. PBC lost money in that Fury Wilder rematch because of the guaranteed purses. It didn't do a million buys. And there's no way they're gonna offer Wilder 8 figures to fight Charles Martin in a fight that doesn't even do 200K buys. So I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is true, Wilder needs to come back to reality. He's no longer champion. His stock has dropped. His undefeated record is gone. He's been exposed. No longer the boogeyman in the heavyweight division. He's been bullied. He's been conquered, and he's been relieved of his strap. So if he comes to his senses, I think the Charles Martin fight is an excellent fight for him. Good fight in the heavyweight division that I would like to see. It's always been rumored and mentioned as Martin being a possible opponent for a while in Deontay's career. And he's the perfect comeback opponent to see where he's at. So I don't mind that fight at all. Hopefully it can still be made, but if Wilder wants 8-figure paydays, he could be sitting out until the end of this year in hopes that he fights the winner of a huge heavyweight showdown out there. I mean, there's Dylan White. If he beats Povetkin in the rematch, that's a fight that maybe he can get that type of sum if he's willing to fight Dylan White. Maybe the winner of Usyk Joyce will be a big fight for him. You know, there's still opportunities out there for Wilder to, you know, make this nightmare that he had last February just another distant memory. You know, a couple of good wins, a couple of knockout victories, and then all will be forgiven. You know, the excuses, the nonsense, the complaining, the crying from his fans. And, you know, one little knockout victory, and he'll be back. He'll be back, and, you know, his talk will be about his career. It won't be about the ass whooping he received last February or the glove gate and all the excuses and the issues with his trainer. Look, I've always said Wilder is unorthodox. I mean, I don't know what Breland is saying is true. He doesn't. I mean, I've seen him hit the heavy bag, maybe, but only in an open workout session. Maybe he doesn't do it when the cameras are not there. But he said in the past he doesn't do road work. Now Breland's saying he doesn't hit the heavy bag, doesn't hit the speed bag. And when you look at the development of Wilder, it makes sense. When he doesn't put all the work in, that he doesn't work on his craft, that he really hasn't improved outside of his power and his conditioning. I mean, he's in great shape. He's a great athlete. He has a good speed and good power, but he has to work on his other things, man. The footwork, the variety of punches, the combinations. That's something he hasn't worked on. But when you got dick riders around you and yes men and guys that just, you know, have a towel on over their shoulder, don't know what to tell you, don't know what to do when shit doesn't go your way, you know, that's what can happen. You grow, you don't improve, you don't get better. Sometimes you gotta have a real one around you to tell you that, yo, bro, you trash. Like you fighting garbage. You're not training right. You know, you're not bringing out your full potential. So Wilder could still salvage his career in some way. He may never get the third Fury fight, but he could still, get that. He could still regain another world title if possible. He could still fight some big fights out there outside of Fury and Joshua, and the Joshua fight could still happen someday. So there's still stuff to get done for Wilder before his career is over. Even though he's going to be 36 years old this year, that's still relatively young for a heavyweight. He still has a couple of years left, maybe a fight or two, a big fight that he'll be in position in. But he's gonna come back to reality, bro. You know, you're not undefeated no more. You got beat. You got stopped. The stock has dropped. Now it's time to get back into the win column. And the Charles Martins of the world will be a perfect comeback opponent. Y'all let me know what y'all think. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.